back. So it's been a long while since I posted my last video. So in today's video, I am going to show you what is new with Vectornator Pro, and are you still waiting on for Affinity Designer for the iPad? Well, I'm going to show you what I did with the latest update for Vectornator Pro. I am very excited. I'm very pleased with the constant updates that they've been bringing. The developers of Vectornator Pro has been pushing out for iOS. It's amazing. I have to let you see what I did with this one. This is a painting which I did all in Vectornator Pro. I mean, you can achieve the look of a Chinese brush calligraphy. It's all done using vectors. The brush strokes that you see here are editable. There are nodes that you can adjust. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Okay, so this is Vectornator Pro. I'm going to start with a new canvas, and the size is going to be 1024 by 1024. I'm going to start off by drawing a square, and this will be my background. Currently it's a gradient, but I don't want it to be a gradient, so I'm setting it to a solid white color. I'm going to rename this layer as BG, stands for background, and I'm creating a new layer. Now take note that you can duplicate a layer by simply pressing on that duplicate layer button. Okay, so I'm creating a new layer. I'm going to rename this layer as stem. So now I'm going to click on the brush tool and I'm going to start painting. Okay, so now take note that I am actually varying the pressure that I'm placing on the Apple Pencil while I paint. The reason why this is so is because the strokes using the brush tool has two components, the stroke width as well as the fill. Okay, the thing is that you cannot draw using the brush tool simply using a fill and turning off the stroke. There is no way to do that. So I'm going to show you a workaround for this. Okay, so I'm just going to select all and delete, and I'm going to start all over. So I'm going to show you how to get around this problem. So what you do is turn on the stroke, set your width, but for this gap you set it to the max, so you won't be able to see the strokes. So as you can see, it gives a very nice, smooth and very convincing Chinese calligraphy type of brush stroke. You press on the Apple Pencil to get a broad stroke, and then you lighten it off at the end. So this is the process. This is going to be a very quick video. So what you're seeing here is not my best work. So you can do a much detailed work more than what I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to show you the basics. So let's zoom in, and you can see there are these fine lines protruding out of your strokes. Now these are what happens if you turn on the gap to the max, which is 50. Now if you don't want this, just simply turn off the stroke. It's as easy as that. I'm just going to make some fine adjustments here. So as you can see, all these strokes has its own nodes, and I can adjust them accordingly as I wish. Now that's the power of vectors, which I love. So now as you can see, I am going to adjust the colors, just the fills. I'm going to set the gradient. Now here you can see I am actually adjusting the gradient handles. Now this is powerful because you can actually move the handle anywhere you love. So this is very different from graphic. Graphic doesn't have this particular handle. So this is a big thumbs up to Vectornator Pro because you can adjust manually where you would want to place these handles. It is great. So I'm just going to speed things up a little bit here. So now I'm going to show you the blur tool. Now this tool is conveniently placed within the fill options, which is great. It is easily accessible. Again, I'm going to speed things up here, and then after this I'm going to show you the new features in Vectornator Pro. Okay, so as you can see, there are a lot of anchor points here. You can actually automatically add anchor points. So I'm going to show you. Just click on the path option and select add anchor points. These anchor points will be added for you automatically. It's like magic. So you can actually add more and more to refine your strokes. Okay, so next I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to call it flowers. So as you can see, I am going to draw some flowers. I turn on the strokes, set all the necessary width. So I'm going to set the color to red, and it's going to be a gradient. Now the strangest thing about this is that even though I set the fill to a gradient fill, radial, when I do the brush stroke, it doesn't apply. So I'm going to set the gradient manually. Okay, so let's start. That's the first stroke, the petal, first petal, third one, fourth and fifth. Now all these are separate strokes. So the thing is, I am going to add a gradient, and it's going to be a radial gradient, and the radial has to start from the center of the flower. I'm not going to do it one by one, so I'm going to select all of this and set the gradient. As you can see, it is very tedious if I were to drag the handles one by one. I'm going to select all of the strokes, click on the path and combine path. Now from here, I can then set the gradient one shot. Okay, so I like to make it look blurry, so I'm going to add some blur, and that's it. So now you're just going to see me, duplicating and adding more flowers. So let's speed things up. Okay, so now that the flowers are done, I'm going to add some details to the flower. So also I'm going to speed things up. So you're just going to see the process of how I do this. Okay, so now I'm just going to add the final touches. I'm just going to change the background color to a gradient type. And a few things I would like to talk about the brush strokes. I would like to see some further enhancements to the brush strokes, because as you can see, every stroke that I start off with has a flat look, and I would love it to have like a sharp edge, sharp starting point, but it doesn't have that, and you cannot adjust this, unlike graphic app, which you can. So but I did talk to the developers, and they are actually working on it, so you can expect a whole lot more improvement with the brush strokes as well as other things within Vectornator Pro. Okay, so finally let's export. I'm going to show you that Vectornator Pro can actually export to a native AI file. Can you believe it? This is the only kind of app that I see on the App Store that can do this. The only one that can natively export to AI. So yes, there it is. I highly recommend Vectornator Pro if you are looking for a good vector art app. So go for it, give it a try, and I think you will love this app.
So I hope this video has been useful for you, and if it has, do give it a thumbs up, and do consider to subscribe, and do post your comments below to ask any questions or suggestions, whatever it is that's on your mind about today's topic. So that's all for today. I hope to see you in the next video, and that's it. Goodbye.